Okay, today I'm in the middle of doing a series of videos about the NTI helping hand, the table mount, and what I've been doing is going through and unboxing it and putting it together, and so that I can have videos that will show people how easy it is to unbox and put it together. It really is pretty easy. It comes pretty much assembled. These legs or feet on it here do come out, but this part comes assembled. Just have to take the transformer, and these are the little clips I showed you in a video that I made for it that actually hold the wire to the arm. And then these are the little feet. We have rubber pads on the bottom of these feet so that when we put this thing together, we don't have to worry about the surface it's on. The rubber feet serve two purposes. One is to prevent it from sliding around on the table, and then the second is to keep it from scratching the surface of the table. So, and these little clips were just to make it a little neater, keep that wire out of the way. So in the video, what I'm doing is showing them basically the only tool you need is a Phillips screwdriver, and right now this thing's pretty tight and stiff, but I can loosen this screw right here and I can change the position of this. So, and if you look back at some of the videos where these were the parts, these end rods, adapters for this steel rod, and where it attaches this had a lot of tension on it, and so those are the parts that we did in PETG, and also designed them a lot heavier duty, and also printed them in a flat horizontal format so that the grain is going perpendicular to the shearing forces. So that's the table mount. In some of the older videos we had different versions, but this is the final version. This is one of the units that I unboxed it a while ago in the demonstration video, and it was one that was ready to be shipped. The different adapters just slide right into the place on this thing, and once you get 3 of them in there, then this locking mechanism on the top slides over and keeps them from coming out. And there are several different, this is for a media adapter. You can attach a camera to it. It has a standard 1/4 inch 20 threaded screw here that will adapt to any standard camera, video camera. We also have the little accessory for clamping and holding a cell phone that attaches to this, as well as a tablet holder. So it also has 2 threaded ports on the front, so that you can also use it to attach some of these adapters, like this flex light. And if you slide it in and plug it into one of the slots and let's lock everything into place, then you can turn the power on and you've got a light. So this large clamp adapter. It can hold different size tools and little Dremel tools, or it can hold microscopes, or a lot of different things that we use it for. And it also has 3 ports on it where you can screw in different clamps. We can put a couple of clamps on here if we want to. As you can see, I don't bother to tighten them down with the wrench. I can usually tighten these down by hand. And we'll unplug this, pull it out, and let's put our large clamp on the bottom here. Then we can put our 3-port in, and then our other one here. Now we can have this tool out here. We can have clamps that hold a part. Change the position, make it a little higher. Everything's locked in. We'll plug this up. Turn the light on. And if we want to add another clamp, there's no problem. We still have another port up here, 3 ports here, and another port at the bottom. So we can screw this clamp into any of those ports. Okay, now we have another clamp. And then I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm going to tighten this head up a little bit. There. Now that thing won't move on me. Okay. This table's very wobbly, but if we have a good solid surface, we'll have a lot more stability if we were on a solid table. As you can see, this thing, it's not a good table to be using, but we use what we have. And this round device here is for holding Dremel tools and so forth. It's got an adjustable clamp on it. It can replace this clamp. So this is what we put together, and basically the starter kit that we're selling on the website now. And like I said, what I've been doing is a series of videos similar to this one, but intended to be an installation video, a user type video showing people different things, cautioning them on things like I mentioned about torquing down these clamps. You use this wrench. If you ever, I always hand tighten these and they work well, but if for some reason you're trying to hold something and it's trying to twist on you, you can always tighten them down a little bit, but we recommend that you use this wrench because it will only tighten it so far. For example, on this one, if you watch, once I get to that point, if I try to go any farther, it just slips. It's like a torque wrench. However, it does have enough strength that it will let you loosen it up to where you can unscrew it. So I actually made these, and they're 2 different sizes. One is for the LED light, which has a larger, takes the larger end, and then the other flex arms take the smaller end. So this is just a safety device that I try to tell people that we included in each kit with each helping hand. Use this if you can't tighten and loosen them with your hands. And the little filler adapter here is just so that you can have 3 devices in here at one time. So if you're not going to have that for some reason, you don't want to leave it like this, because these things can slide up and down. But when you put this filler in here, as long as you have 3 adapters in there and then you lock it, they'll stay in place, they won't slide out. Someone did question why I used these steel rods for the base, and the reason is fairly simple. What I wanted was, I wanted something strong for one thing, but also the weight of those gives this whole device a little additional weight, which helps in its stability. And also, to try to make something, some type of a stand, you have to have them come out a long distance to be able to keep everything stable, keep it from tilting over and so forth. So the steel rods were fairly economical, and in some of the videos you saw where I was actually cutting the steel rods to length, I buy them in 20-foot lengths. But anyway, thought I'd just show you a little bit about what I've been doing. Right now it's basically starting the marketing process and getting these products, and I'll be doing the same thing with the lap diner, doing videos showing how it works. It's very simple. We'll also be showing the helping hand with the other mounts. There's a scissors arm boom mount that clamps onto a table. There's this portable mount, and this portable mount, if you notice, also has 3 holes in the bottom of it, and we're including wood screws so that you can screw this mount down to a wooden workbench, or you can mount it on a wall. And when you do that, you don't need to attach these legs. And we will be selling it without the feet and without the legs, just in this form here. And what we intended loosen this up just a little bit. Okay. Take these out. Now, with the 3 holes, we'll be selling it as a wall or table permanent mount device, and it'll come like this, but we won't have the pads on the bottom. You will be able to mount it on the wall to where it will swing back out of the way. If you mount it in this position, then you could see you could have it on the mounted on the wall, and it would be out of your way. And then when you need it, you just pull it out and tilt this accordingly and put your clamps and adapters in. So that's the other mounting method. So we have two. We have the portable mount using the feet. Then we have the permanent where you screw into the tabletop and then adjust the height on it like this, or you mount it in the wall and it'll swing back out of the way. Okay, the other mount is a floor stand. It has this tripod type mount here and power supply, and it has a boom on it. And I can adjust this boom to go in and out. Now this will adjust where it'll go up or down, and I also slide in or out. Then, of course, this was one of the prototypes. And you can have your clamps in there and so forth. So this can actually sit up close to a table, and you can position it in a lot of, like I said, a lot of different positions. And go up and down with it too. So there's another mount. So basically we have the floor stand mount, we have the permanent bolt, wall or table, wall or bench mount, we have the scissors arm boom mount, and we have the portable tabletop. So there's a little more information on what we have, the products right now currently online. The scissors boom and the tabletop portable are the two products that are being sold. And very shortly I'll have the bench top wall permanent mount version ready to go. However, if you purchase the portable tabletop that's available now, you can easily take 3 wood screws and permanently fix that to a bench top or a wall mount unit, so it can be used either way. It's just that the one that we sell, or the one that we'll be selling, that's actually intended to be permanently mounted, will be a little bit less expensive because there'll be a few pieces that you won't have or need. And of course this floor stand mount will be one of the more expensive ones but it does all fold up neatly. And one thing I like about this, and I've used it a lot myself, is I like the fact that I can easily move it wherever I want. It's not taking up any of my table space, and I have used it quite a bit. I've used it a lot when I'm assembling 3D printers and I need light. I'll use it with the LED lights, and I can easily move it around and adjust these lights wherever I'm working. A little bit about the different mounts that we're going to have, and we still have a lot of different accessories and some adapters that aren't available on the website yet. We're just waiting until we get all of the configurations ready. I'm going to start adding some of those to the website, so that you'll have more accessories and more adapters to choose from. One of the configurations for the helping hand is the one that has the microscope, and it's connected to a tablet on top, and it allows you to view slides, different specimens and so forth. And using the microscope, when we attached it to the helping hand, we were using this adapter to actually hold the microscope. But then we found out that if we were holding the microscope and using the table surface, the least little movement in the helping hand could cause that microscope to become out of focus. So what we did, I came up with another adapter that goes underneath this, that comes down, and it's going to have attachments to hold and clamp specimens, hold and clamp laboratory slides, and also have an LED for bottom lighting of those slides. The microscope itself has built-in LEDs that will help light the item that's being looked at. And in addition to that, we can also add some of our own LEDs and put additional light on it if we want to. So, and in addition to that, the connections and everything to the tablet using this media mount adapter. We want to have the software, there's a lot of software out there for taking the USB input from a camera to these tablets and displaying the video and even recording it. But to make it simple, we're going to download one of the free softwares out there that will capture that video and record it and so forth, and have that already installed on the tablet, have the adapters and all of the connections so that it's ready to go to work coming right out of the box. We still have a little bit more work to do on that, and that's why that product isn't on the website yet. But we hope to have it real soon. We think that it may have some good applications in schools for an inexpensive microscope that will allow you to look at specimens and also record dissections or something that the student's doing. You can zoom back with this microscope and get a broader picture. You can also use it to look at electronic circuitry and stuff, and we'll have adapters for holding those boards and allowing it to be focused on that. So quite a few different things that we're trying to do here. And I just realized that I've done this entire video with this AC unit going. Probably put a lot of background noise on here that was totally unnecessary. So, even though I've been up here for over an hour doing these videos, I'm probably going to have to redo a lot of it because of the background noise. Just, it's not cool. But we learn from our mistakes.